In this video, you will learn about the psychology of seduction according to the author Robert Greene. If you haven't heard of him, he is the author of valuable books such as The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, The Laws of Human Nature, and many more. He is an American psychologist and writer who has dedicated his life to studying strategy, power, and seduction. You may have noticed that the realm of human relationships, flirting, attraction, and seduction is becoming increasingly complex. Robert Greene serves as a beacon of wisdom, a manual, a tutorial, or like a guide worth following. His knowledge goes beyond simple statements about how things work due to anatomy or human philosophy. Greene delves into reality, providing us with concrete strategies. He and his books are a valuable guide that unravels the mystery of power, strategy, and seduction. So, at Men's Secret, we've prepared two powerful videos. This is the first part, by the way, that will help you understand and apply the psychology of seduction according to Greene. Remember that seduction is not only romantic. Here, we will address seduction in general. Without further ado, get comfortable and let the learning begin. The power, according to Robert Greene. Power doesn't solely reside in political figures like Vladimir Putin, presidents, or renowned leaders. Instead, Greene presents a perspective beyond external appearances, delving into the essence of power. Greene emphasizes that power is not just a matter of external control but resides in human emotions and needs. In his definition, power becomes a profound sense of self-understanding and self-mastery. It's the ability to comprehend oneself and exert control over oneself. Further exploring Greene's philosophy, power manifests in the ability to influence the environment, to have a certain level of control over events and people in life. It extends to the everyday sphere of human relationships, from interactions with children and partners to dynamics with colleagues. Power is found in the sense of having influence and self-control, allowing us to influence our surroundings. Greene warns about the danger of powerlessness, noting that the feeling of being out of control can further corrupt our absolute power. Understanding human nature is emphasized, recognizing that we all play roles in certain aspects of life. Adaptability and the ability to play different roles in social contexts are presented as essential tools in the game of power. In this approach, power is presented as an alliance between internal understanding and the ability to influence the external world. It's not just about having power over others but having power over oneself and, through that, making a significant impact on the environment. Ultimately, according to Robert Greene, power becomes the ability to navigate the complexities of human relationships with cunning and self-awareness. That's power. How to use your enemies. In one of Robert's books, The 48 Laws of Power, Law Number 2 speaks to this, urging not to trust friends too much and to learn to use enemies. It reveals a perspective on managing relationships in the professional and social realms. Greene starts by emphasizing that each concept must be understood within a specific context. For example, in the workplace, he explains that automatically trusting friends for professional roles can be detrimental. Although choosing someone trustworthy may seem natural, Greene warns that emotions and personal relationships can complicate effectiveness at work. The key, according to Greene, is to think practically and separate the workplace from the personal. Instead of basing decisions on the comfort and trust derived from friendship, he suggests considering the skills and competencies necessary to achieve concrete results. This approach can avoid problems arising from complicated emotions among friends that might affect productivity. The law of learning to use enemies takes a different turn. Greene proposes that, in certain cases, it can be strategically beneficial to approach someone perceived as an enemy. By proposing reconciliation and offering collaboration, a turnaround can be achieved. The former enemy may feel motivated to prove their worth and earn the newly granted trust. In summary, Greene doesn't advocate for distrusting friends in the personal realm but rather highlights the importance of separating personal and professional relationships. By making decisions based on effectiveness and achieving results, rather than the comfort of friendship, one can navigate skillfully through the complex world of power. Additionally, the ability to strategically use those considered enemies can also open doors in the professional realm. Hide your intentions and be a strategist. Robert Greene addresses the idea of concealing your intentions and acting strategically, offering a perspective on the complexity of human interactions, particularly in the professional realm. He begins by explaining that the application of these principles depends on the context and circumstances. In the highly competitive workplace of the 21st century, where rivalry and competition are intense, revealing all your intentions can be counterproductive. Greene suggests that, in some cases, maintaining a level of mystery can be a powerful strategy. The key is that in an environment where ideas can be easily copied and competition is fierce, prudence may dictate the need not to fully disclose your plans. This approach can be particularly useful for diverting attention or surprising the competition. However, Greene also emphasizes that there are moments and situations where sharing your intentions can be beneficial, especially when working with your own team. By inspiring and motivating your collaborators through sharing a clear vision, you can align everyone toward a common goal. So, remember, don't divulge all your plans. Is being narcissistic good or bad? Let's briefly remember that being narcissistic means having an unreasonable air of superiority and constantly needing excessive admiration from others. Greene addresses the question of whether being a narcissist is objectively good or bad, emphasizing that narcissism, in itself, is neither good nor bad but simply is. Greene explains that narcissism has roots in childhood, especially in situations where parental attention may not be as abundant as desired. The need to develop self-love in these circumstances leads to the emergence of narcissism as a way to protect and strengthen self-esteem. The key, according to Greene, lies in how we channel this narcissism. From his perspective, narcissism is not inherently harmful. It can be a positive driving force if used healthily and transformed into empathy and consideration for others. He acknowledges that everyone has a touch of narcissism, and the key is to be aware of it and direct it towards constructive aspects of life. Additionally, Greene emphasizes the importance of confronting and understanding our shadow or dark side. Accepting and being aware of our weaknesses and flaws allows us to channel those energies more positively and productively. Greene highlights the complexity of human nature and how, through self-awareness and strategic direction of our characteristics, we can turn even seemingly negative aspects, like narcissism, into tools for personal growth and success. Now, let's talk a bit about the power of seduction. Seduction and how this form of power can influence human relationships. Greene emphasizes that seduction is an elevated form of power because it allows people to experience pleasure, excitement, and interest, gradually reducing their resistance to proposed ideas and providing the seducer with the ability to influence them. The author distinguishes between two types of seducers, the cold and the warm. A cold seducer focuses on domination and may pursue specific goals such as money or sex. In contrast, the warm seducer engages in a game of mutual courtship and seduction, where both parties actively participate. Greene advocates for this more balanced and reciprocal approach to seduction. Regarding the qualities of a great seducer, Greene highlights the importance of being externally directed. This involves silencing the internal monologue of concerns about how we are perceived and instead focusing on the other person. Being a great seducer involves actively listening, understanding the needs and desires of the other person, and reflecting those aspects back to them. Genuine attention and interest in the individual, according to Greene, are powerful seduction tools. In the context of seduction, Greene emphasizes the importance of making the other person feel valid and recognized, as everyone craves appreciation. Providing that sense of attention, rare in everyday life, can be incredibly powerful. So, remember that if you want to apply seduction according to Robert Greene, it's not about cold manipulation but participating in a game of human connection, where both parties mutually seduce each other fairly. Genuine attention and active understanding of the other person are the keys to being an effective and ethical seducer. I hope you enjoyed this first part. The reality is that Robert teaches many things, and the video would be extremely long if we covered everything in one go. So, I invite you to subscribe and watch part 2.